This is Brickies. This is from Ink Vial. It's kind of a spin, like I was saying, different spin on your traditional breakout game. There's two modes. There's a level-based modes and an endless mode. We'll take a look at some of the levels. Like I was saying, some of this art is still going to be changed, but the whole idea behind this, compared to most breakouts, usually when you miss the paddle, you know, you lose a life or the game's over. In this one, it actually just deactivates the ball, so there's no penalty for missing really, other than it won't break them out. These guys shift around and move. So watch, I'll purposely let it hit. You see it turns red there, so now it actually won't do anything until I hit the ball again with the paddle. It'll reactivate it. It's all timer based, so you can see in the background there's a gray circle there that's declining. And there's a bunch of crazy power-ups. If I can grab one here, there we go. So there's a saw blade that'll chew through these guys if I can actually hit them, but these ones are a little smarter. They see how they keep dodging my, there we go, like really blasting them. And you can stack the power-ups, so I have a flame one there that's kind of exploding. This one, it will zap them as they go by, so he kind of like shoots out at them, which is really helpful in this level because the guys keep moving around trying to avoid it. This one will split it. Oh, see, I'm running out of time. Everything goes into slow motion to see if you can finally get the last shot, but it doesn't look like I'm going to. Damn it. So that's a level failed there. So the cool thing is a lot of these guys, a lot of the brickies as they're called, have kind of their own characteristics and stuff. The endless mode works a little bit differently. So there's actually, you can see there's two grids, the top and the bottom. When you clear a grid, it'll load up a new pattern of characters for you to complete. And it's all, this one is time-based as well. But how it works is you'll see every time I kill a guy or knock him off, you get like a green piece added to the clock there in the background, so it's adding time as I'm completing it, right? So if you sit and wait and don't hit anything, your time's going to click down, but if you continue to break the guys and keep rolling with it, you'll keep adding time to your overall clock. So it's kind of how the infinite mode works. This guy's kind of cool. This is a drag, so now wherever I put my thumb, the ball's going to drag around, and you can just knock them out like that, right? And so it'll randomly load as you go different patterns. So these guys are a little more difficult. You can only hit them on the sides or the bottom. The gray area can't actually be hit, but that explosive power-up really knocks them out. So this will be kind of your traditional like high score based kind of mode. See, these guys turn gray, and that means they can't be hurt if I hit one. But the saw is kind of doing some serious damage to them there. So a lot of this is about getting cool power-ups and like stacking the power-ups sometimes. So you can add, like this one, if I grab it here, will if I get it, will make the ball kind of go crazy. But the cool thing is it can hit, I can miss it now because it's going so fast and it still doesn't deactivate. It's kind of like a power ball. And there's a bunch, all the power-ups are like kind of just randomly generated for the level. And yeah, there's some cool, I'll show you some of the cool concepts with the level design. There's a lot of, we're still adding a ton of levels to it. But right now there's some like kind of almost more puzzle-based ones. There's even these weird pigs that are like almost like bosses. So these guys actually have these little axes, and if you hit the axe, and if you look, you'll see they're actually following the ball around, like if I move it. And so if you hit the axe, it deactivates it, and I can't hurt them. So the only way to hit these guys is you got to hit them from the sides or from the top. And so there's levels as you're playing through the level packs that actually have bosses in the end of the level and stuff. So some like kind of unique. These guys are really doing damage on me right now. There we go, got one. And so it's kind of a cool spin, something different in the breakout world. I really like keyed on this when the dev showed it to us as something like really unique and different. So yeah, that's the Brickies, and I think it should be coming out. We're hoping for April. Right now, like I said, we got to finish up some polish on some of the levels and some certain things, and we're still figuring out some of the how we want to do the game as far as monetizing it, if we're going to do paid or what. But that's the Brickies. Okay. Also got, do you want to do a little Tiltagon thing here too? So this is Tiltagon. We're hoping to have this one out in March. There's been some press on this one already. This is basically the Super Hexagon tilt games. It's kind of how it's being marketed. Super difficult. Basically, you just use the accelerometer to roll around and pick up these little squares, which will activate new platforms for you. You have a time-based to get off the platforms, and as you continue on, the platforms will actually get harder and harder to deal with. The patterns will get more and more complex as you go, and the color patterns and all this kind of stuff just all randomly generated. And are you getting music too? So yeah, there's some crazy techno music you got going on. Oh, and there's a little text message for you. And We also have 2 modes. There's a hard and a hard plus mode. The hard plus mode is if the other one wasn't hard enough. This one, yeah, see, as soon as you touch the squares, they will kill you, so you have to be even more precise. And as you can see, my best score on this one is 3, which is not very good, but see if I can beat it. No, beat it here. So that's Tiltagon. I think what we're actually going to do with Tiltagon that's going to be a little bit different is we are going to go, we've been talking about going free with this game and doing ad support, but one of the unique things we're going to do is provide incentivized video to turn off ads. So it's watch ads to get rid of ads. It's kind of the idea. So we're going to allow people to watch an ad if they want. It'll remove ads for a 5-minute play period or something like that. And then
that was kind of like Bitcoin doing it.
Yeah, we were kind of taking the cues off Bitcoin a little bit, of like trying to integrate ads in a kind of a different way that are a little bit more unique. So we're going to do that, or we'll obviously allow people to pay money just to get rid of them entirely if they want. So it's kind of like our way to do both premium and free to play, but there won't be any like currencies or any of that kind of stuff in the game. So yeah, those are kind of the two big ones we got coming out in the next little bit. So
okay,
cool.